Okay, so it's Jason with GS Farms. Last time, the last video I put up, I was showing you stuff I had to clear out and stuff like that. I had a couple oleander bushes. Well, they were more like trees, but they've been here for a while. I know there's a lot of debate in the horticulture community about, if it's good or bad. I know that, converting, basically what it is oleanders produce a toxin called oleandrin, and it's actually pretty toxic to animals like dogs and smaller animals like that, and it's toxic to humans too. I mean, like just dealing with these couple of oleander bushes that I had, I got a little sniffly, a little runny nose, you know, coughed up a little bit, but pretty much I just load up on greens and vitamin C and stuff, and I'm okay. But I don't want to be growing stuff in oleandrin. Pretty much, the plants will clear out the toxins in the soil, but I don't want to consume it after they do that. So, and then there's another reason too, and I'll show you here in a second. I really just don't want the oleander roots to sprout in the middle of middle of a crop or something like that. So I decided to pull them all out and just take everything out. And what you're going to see right here is basically the result of that. I was going to wait to post until I got a whole bunch of this stuff done here, but I'm just going to go ahead and show you this. Basically, here's what we got. That's what I did before, and you can see my dog digging a hole. I'm going to have to train her not to do that once this gets going. But yeah, so I dug this out before in the video. I'd already done this part over here, but I had a couple of the oleander trees that I still had in there. And that was about 5 hours of labor just to get that out and make my pile bigger. I really can't stand doing things twice, but in this case I really want to get this part of the work done. So what's happening is this is what goes on. Those roots are extending off into what used to be the lawn that was getting watered every day, and they would just go wherever the water is at. And so what I want to do is clear that out really good, as deep back as I can without ruining my bricks. You can see there the brick line's already starting to give a little, but here's where the other one was, and I cleaned that out fairly decent so we won't have any oleander shoots coming back up. But yeah, anyway, just a quick little video. Next time I post, I'm gonna have a whole bunch of other stuff done. This is what I'm going to be doing. I got my little sifter with some sort of chicken wire or something like that, and this was all fairly decent soil. It came from the cobblestone edition when I took out the grass over there, and then all this back in here I had started composting back in the corner back in here just loosely, and so I know all that's good. So when I start going through, I'm going to sift through all that because there's a lot of stuff in there I don't want. You can see concrete bits and shit like that. I don't want that in the soil, so I'm going to sift all the bad stuff out. And you'll see on this part of the house I've got some issues when it rains. And here in Arizona, for those of you when we get the flash floods and the heavy downpours for you get an inch of water and inch of rain in a couple hours. This is where I get a nice little big pool over here. So what I had done is I dug that out, and you'll see once I clear this out what I was doing. But I'm basically creating a French swale, I think they call it, and I'm going to divert all that water down into a trough, a bowl. But now with what I'm doing in the backyard, you're going to see what I'm going to do with that. At any rate, that's the big project I got going on. I'm going to show you a couple of other quick little projects that I got. Sorry about the fast camera movement. yeah, so there's a few things, so I'm gonna just point them out real quick, and then hopefully by the next time I post, I'll have dealt with them. But this right here has to go. You can see my grapes. I was being cute and said, hey, I wonder what that would be like. I have grapes growing around the palm tree. But yeah, no, so I'm gonna trim that. This has to go. I got a nice apple tree right here on the neighbor's property that this is gonna grow into, so that's not a very good thing. Another little project I'm gonna try out, I'm gonna make a primitive style weapon out of one of these, and maybe I might create a separate video for that. But my sister was visiting from Minnesota, and she was fascinated by how sharp those things were. And I said, yeah, I imagine back in the day the locals may have used them as clubs. But so anyway, I'm gonna experiment a little, maybe send her a gag gift or a little ornamental traditional style weapon that she can hide behind the door. Anyway, that's one of the projects. I got a couple of others. This is a unique project. You guys are gonna love this. And then of course I've got all kinds of other stuff going on, as you can see. But this is my boneyard. I need to clean this out really good. Organize my little shed area, stuff like that. So anyway, I've neglected a lot, but I've been super busy. But now it's time to get on it. I'm gonna show you one more major project that I'm gonna have to do before I start anything, and that's dealing with some water issues that I have. Back in that corner that I showed you where I had done composting and stuff, I already have a break in the old line back there, so I might as well just spend an hour and run all the new line out and stuff. But anyway, here I am at the problem child of my yard right now, and basically, before I show you, let me explain how it evolved. I had to make some fixes and stuff, and I dug everything out, and then I got caught up with busy work, and then all of a sudden time elapsed, and this is what happened to all my water controllers. Yeah, so it is buried in there, exposed, buried in dirt. I had to replace the line under the wall, and then I just never got back to finishing it, and then this happened, and now it becomes a big major project. So I gotta trim this out really good. Right now it's kind of covering up the mess, so the HOA doesn't really see what's going on right here. So I haven't trimmed that bush. I trimmed the other ones next to it. But anyway, this is the view from the road. So that's one of my major projects. And wish me well, because that's going to be a bitch. But it has to get done. So once I finish the cleanup start, then I can start building some of the stuff that I'm going to do for the urban farming operation. On another note, I don't want to talk too prematurely, but it looks like we've secured some decent acreage where we can go on more of an industrial scale at some point. It's going to take a while to develop, but on this property here at my house, I want to have this ready for its first major plant for the fall, late summer rotation. I got too much going on right now. I'm seeding some lettuce and some vegetable stuff right now, but that's pretty much two things. It's gonna get me back in tune with just getting a routine with plants again. And then the other thing is just for my own consumption, just messing around a little bit while I get the infrastructure here at the house going. Anyway, you know, like I said, I'm kind of following the footsteps of Curtis Stone. He's in a much different climate, so I'll be doing things a lot differently. But if you really want some good tips and resource links and things like that, I would highly advise looking at Curtis Stone's YouTube videos, and then donate, of course, if you're benefiting from it. I did, and I'll donate again in the future. I bought his book as well, so yeah, I have a lot of pieces of the puzzle that he's talking about already in place. Working on the business stuff right now, as far as the paperwork, forming an LLC, getting city tax license, and trying to debate whether or not I'm actually going to have a business address here at the house or in another location. But I have a P.O. box too. I might just run it through my P.O. box. But anyway, yeah, good luck. If you have any questions, feel free to message me or hit me up. And if you're on my friends list and you're looking at this, I encourage you to pass it along, because I'm going to document step by step how to turn an actual normal everyday resident here in Chandler or suburbia into a producing viable micro farm, basically. So for those of you that own or can do this on your own, it's a good little side income, and you can eat healthy and stuff like that. So all right, I'll see you later. Bye.